Hey everybody, this is how to use funnels in Facebook. Many of you probably are not familiar with Facebook's analytics tool. I'm showing you two tools that I use frequently here, Audience Insights. You can see the facebook.com/ads Audience Insights. And then this one is separate analytics. And just to make this easy, go to, again, like most of these tutorials, you cannot do any of this from your mobile phone. This is only for browser. All advanced functionality, the really advanced functionality for Facebook, for business owners, social media managers, etc., is always going to be browser based. So to get there, type in, if you'll see this one here, facebook.com/analytics. So there you go, facebook.com/analytics. Yours will obviously look different than mine. This is just like all of my pages, all of my apps, all of my pixels. And I'm just going to pick this page. You will do the same. If you only have one page, it'll automatically come right up into this. If you've never done Facebook analytics prior, there's one additional step. It'll just show you that you have nothing, zero, zilch. You won't get a dashboard like you're looking at here. You're just going to see nothing. And it's just going to say, hey, we're going to start collecting data, come back the next day. And that's all you got to do. Just try to launch it. And because it knows that you're going to use Facebook analytics, which very few people do. I mean, probably less than 1% of the Facebook population uses Facebook analytics. So now that it knows that you want to use it, it'll go out and collect all the data. It'll bring it into a dashboard like this. This class is not on all of the Facebook analytics. I'm just going to show you how to use funnels, which is right here. So go to your funnels, and we're going to create a funnel. Remember that I am on social media. Let me go back to overview just so you can see these numbers are going to be important, because that's what funnel are all about. How do I take all of my monthly or weekly or daily active users and take them from 100% down to something small in terms of what actions are they taking? Maybe that's going all the way to your buy button, your website. Maybe it's just a matter of going, how you want to know just the engagements for how many of your users are sharing, commenting, taking actions on your posts. And that's the easy one that I'm going to demonstrate now. Again, 2.1, so 2,000 monthly actives for this page, 1,000 weekly active, 733 daily active. Your numbers will be different. This is active users in the last 24 hours. Those numbers will always be slightly out of sync. So now go to your funnels. Now that you got a semblance of what big numbers we're looking at, big just being, it doesn't matter what this number is obviously what we're going to start with a funnel. So I'm going to create a funnel. The first funnel that I'm going to add is user activity, and then apply. Okay, and let's make sure, yep, there she is. She's at 2.17. That's my monthly active. So I know that I've started right now. Obviously, this is not a funnel yet. I have to add a funnel step to make her a funnel. A funnel, by definition, has to have at least more than one step. I'm going to do 3 or 4 steps just so you get the idea. But this is where we start. We always start with 100%, and I'm starting at my total user activity for this page, 2,000 monthly active users. I have some pages that are like millions. This one's just at 2,000. And then you're going to add a funnel step. I want to see what is the share, post shares. So I add it, and now I apply. So my overall conversion rate is 13.48. That's not bad for shares. And my median completion time is 12 seconds. So what I typically share, being typically a sunrise coming up over the ocean, it's not like there's a whole lot of time for a share. Usually as soon as you see it, you're making a decision right then and there. Am I going to share this to my friends on my wall? Yes or no? It's not like you're going to come back to this. So 12 seconds makes perfect sense. That's about on average. And 13%, all right, 13% is evidently 293 people share a typical post on this page. 13.4% share. Let's add another funnel step. Let's do comments. Apply. And you can see that I go from 2.17 down to 13% are at that will share. For me, let's see here, 12, which is less than 1% comment. Now, obviously, yours could be quite different. Your stories, as they're called on your page, they're very much, maybe in a kind of a collaborative spirit. The comments are where all the real true sharing of thoughts are. For mine, because the primary content object is a video of the sun coming out, it's the natural thing is to share. Notice that I go from 12 seconds to 1.7 days, which is interesting. So that means on these comments, as you can see, the top 75% are at 1.75 days. The top 25% are within 13.6 minutes. So that's still a long time compared to a share. Shares are all happening in seconds. The top 25% will share within 5 seconds of seeing it on their newsfeed. And remember, they're never on your page. This is kind of deceptive if you're not familiar with how Facebook really works. Nobody actually comes to your page. I mean, they don't see your page. Nobody goes to your page. You think they do, but nobody goes to your page. They go to their Facebook. They experience Facebook. They go to Facebook 20 minutes per day on average. They're on Facebook. The primary interface on Facebook is the news feed. Your story that's published by your page shows up in their news feed. When they interact with your story on their news feed, within 12 seconds, they have shared that to their wall, and comments within 13.6 minutes for the top 25%. As long as 1.7 days later, I'm getting comments on that story that was in their newsfeed. Okay, so that's how you use funnels in Facebook. And obviously you can continue to add funnel steps, and some of them are conversions, messages received, sent, new user activity, comments, shares, user activity, post reactions. So we could even do post reactions. That'll probably mess up my funnel. I get more reactions than I do. So actually, I would take this one out to make this work right. but you can see my post reactions are much higher than comments, which makes perfect sense for my content. And that is as long as 4.6 days later for the top 75%. On average, 14 hours makes about sense. Given that 14 hours after I published my story is when the 50% of the people who are going to react to it, in this case for that one, 78 people, will have done that within 14 hours of me publishing. Which brings up another really good point. I see so many people still today that will take a post that they've made on their page and they'll reshare it again, like at 9 a.m., at noon, and at 5 p.m. Let's say, like they're like, you know, reminding the Facebook machine learning, artificially intelligent, neuro networked algorithm that, hey, don't forget about me. Like, that is so not necessary. I mean, really, you really have no understanding of Facebook whatsoever if you're taking your morning post and resharing it at noon and at 5 p.m. like you're doing yourself a favor. It's not how it works at all. Remember, anytime you publish a story, you are putting it in a pool of a trillion possibilities for Allie, the machine learning, artificially intelligent, neuro-netted software agent, to choose from for her 2 billion customers, her 2 billion users, and she will pick stories just for them that she thinks that they're interested in. She doesn't do it because you repost. That is so old school. That is so like 5 years ago. Okay. So again, sorry to do that little long-winded exercise there. But remember, on funnels, you can continue to add these and just play around with them. They're very useful for understanding, and do it, you know, more than once. You'll be surprised how predictable these numbers are over time.